All right, get everything situated here. Got to put on my shoes. My Red Bull Pumas. I don't even wear the black ones anymore. When I bought these shoes, the white ones were the right size. I think these are a 9, and my black ones are a 9.5. The white ones ended up being tight, but the shoes are finally broke in. But I didn't think I would wear the white ones as much as I did because I was always worried about getting these things dirty. But the reason why I wear them is because of this pedal cam right here that points right down at my pedals. You can clearly see that I'm wearing shoes. Whereas if I wear the black ones, my V3 pedals are black with red trim, red and silver trim. So it could be kind of hard to see the black shoes as they might mix in with the pedals. So that's one of the reasons why I wear the white shoes so much. We are back. Dropped my son off. And I was thinking, one of the subs to this channel, Vegeta, says no GT7 love, huh? Well, why not? For all the negative things that I might have said about this game, when it finally comes to PSVR 2, there's no question I'm going to play this game. I probably won't be as serious about this game as I am, say, ACC, but I'm still going to play it. And as far as VR goes, the game is going to be optimized for PSVR 2. So I think arguably when this game gets PSVR 2 support, as far as sim racing game goes, it could arguably here. Get off of that. No, 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 no. We don't want to get hit by any music. So when this game could arguably be the best looking sim racing title in VR, I'd have to say right now it's probably a toss up between F122 and Automobilista 2. And if you were to, hold me hostage and force me to give you an answer, I might say Automobilista 2 by a slight edge. But the one thing that I like about F122 is that the crowd is alive. You see people moving in the crowd, even if they look like paper cutouts, they're still moving. So the crowd looks alive. So I really like that too. I really feel like there's thousands of people there to watch me race. Another thing about this game is no matter how I feel about this game, I never, ever get tired of watching the intro to this game. LC 500 is announced. So, yeah, I never get tired of the intro to this game where they show you the history of the automobile, all that black and white footage, and then how this game has evolved. I mean, because when this game first came out, the physics, the only issue I had with the physics is, they were trying to put in realistic physics that was somewhat comparable to ACC. And the only problem that I had with the game was that if you did not take a corner exactly the way they showed you, you would fly off the track as if you were on ice. So that part I didn't like. I get how they were trying to teach you how to trail brake and that kind of stuff. But I just didn't like that if you didn't do it exactly the way they did, the way they showed you, you're going to go off the track and you can't save it. And then the situation with the microtransactions, Daihatsu. Nice. See, I like that. I like the history that they throw in here too. But once they updated this game and they kind of made the physics arcadey, and I think that was in an effort to cater to the casuals because I think they already knew that the hardcore people were not going to pay for those microtransactions. So I think they were aimed at the casuals. And you're not going to get any microtransaction money off of those casual players if they find the game too difficult to play. So I think they dummied the physics down where anybody could even pick up a simple controller like this and be competitive. And if you keep them interested in interacting with the game, then you can get the microtransaction money off of them. So that was something that didn't fly with me, that they basically made the physics arcadey in order to cater to the casuals. So and I left the game and I haven't been back until now. So I think it's probably been about a good 2 or 3 months since I streamed this, let alone play it. So it's going to be a learning process all over again. Let's go into my garage. Once this game gets VR support, this will probably be the car that I go with, because from what I'm experiencing right now, I think as far as the GT3 cars, or as they call it in this game, the Group 3 cars, I think this is the most well-rounded car. Just dropped by for Yuletide here, so I'll have to pull this up so I can see the whole thing. Got to go cook it clean, bro. Talk to you later. Hey, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to you. Sorry you can't stay. It's all good. I still appreciate you popping in. Sorry you can't stay. It's all good. Sometimes I stay depending on time. Merry Christmas. Blessed to you, my guy. Just drop by for Yuletide carols. Oh, okay. So I had to go back to your first comment. And you left a like. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, see you, Mr. Sock. Appreciate it. So let's check out my cars. Car collection. So as far as the GT3 goes, that Porsche will be pretty much my go-to car. As far as like my vintage cars, this will be my car right here. Here we go. Because I want to get in that car. The only other car that I want to get on here would be the Sauber Mercedes. The Porsche, I think it's a Porsche 917. That vintage car, I did try that car on a Assetto Corsa, but on this car, on this game, the amount of money the car costs is ridiculous. This car right here, I think if this car had not won Le Mans, there wouldn't be the only thing people would probably speak of with this car is is how unique it sounded. And when I used to play GT Sport in VR, even though it was just time trials, the Sauber Mercedes was my favorite car. And then I started monkeying with this car, and I was like, okay. And then as I started doing more research on this car, I just became more and more fascinated with this car. The unique sound. It was the first Japanese car to win Le Mans. And it was banned the next year, not because of anything they did. And I've said this before. When I learned that this car was banned from competition the next year after it won Le Mans, I was led to believe that Mazda must have cheated or something. And I'm trying to find articles of what exactly they did. And these articles were beating around the bush. It wasn't really giving a detailed description of why Mazda got banned. And then I ended up finding an article and finding out that they didn't get banned. A rule was about to take effect the next year. Basically, the rotary engine was about to be outlawed. So it wasn't anything that Mazda did illegal. The rotary engine was about to be outlawed, and it just so happened that the next year was going to take effect, the year that this car won it. There's, as far as this class of car goes, there's the 787, and there's the 767. They all sound the same, but this is the one that won it, number 55. And then I think Johnny Abair, he did a double stint with this car. When I watched the documentary, I thought it was a case of them asking him to do a second stint. No, he asked to do the second stint. Another thing about this car is that this car was capable of producing 900 horsepower. But for the sake of engine reliability, they tuned this car down to 700 horsepower. So this car was fast enough to keep up with the other cars, but they wanted to make sure this car was tough enough to last the entire race. So they tuned it down to 700 horsepower. And I think in this race, they weren't really trying to lead the race. They were just trying to keep up and minimize any kind of damage or anything like that. And I think that it was Johnny Abair. He had noticed that the Mercedes was starting to slow down. And I think they were starting to slow down because I think they might have had brake issues or something. I can't remember. I have to go back and do the research again. But the Mercedes was starting to have problems. And they were trying to nurse the car, you know what I mean? And then they didn't want to come into the pits yet. And then the order came from the team to go ahead and start putting pressure on the Mercedes. So they turned up the pace with the Mazda and they eventually took the lead from them. I think the Mercedes had no choice but to eventually come into the pits, and the Mazda took the lead from them. And that was a wrap. This car, through numerous videos that I've seen, it looks like this car has toured the world on display. You know, it's been, the car has been taking the tracks, has been fired up and revved so people can hear it. And then I saw a video where Johnny Abair got back into this car and did a lap. Tantrum, how you doing? He did a lap in this car, and then they showed him getting up on the podium, reliving that moment. So yeah, when I wanted to drive this car in VR, and at first GT Sport was the only game that I could drive this car in VR. But then when I discovered the mods on Assetto Corsa, because they allow mods, then I picked up this car on the mod, and And it's the only way that I'll be able to drive this car in VR and compete against other people. Whereas GT Sport, the VR is time trial. So I hope GT7 gets full VR. It will, because it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. Now, it'll get full VR. I just can't wait to see how it's going to look, because I think it's going to look gorgeous. Let's put it in escape. And then in a few minutes, I'll go see what they're looking like for daily races. So as of right now, the only way I can drive this car in VR on a, against and compete against other cars is to do it through the is to do it on a Assetto Corsa. Turn those lights on. There we go. So, to be honest, I'm like this for most VR games, but when I hear GT7 VR, I'll be like, nice. So let's go back. Also got a little bit fascinated with the history of this car. For those who know the history, I guess Ford was all set to buy a Ferrari in the early 60s. And at the last minute, Ferrari backed out. And I think that infuriated Ford. So I guess they wanted to teach Ferrari a lesson or get back at them or whatever you want to call it. So they wanted to beat them at the 24 hours of Le Mans. And I think it maybe took them about 2 or 3 years to do it. And I think one of those years, if I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and do the research, but I think in one of those years, Ford entered 12 cars into that race. But I think Ferrari had put 10 cars in that race. So it's probably going to come down between Ford and Ferrari as to who was going to win that race. But you had the infamous situation where Henry Ford II ordered all 3 cars that were in first, second, and third place to cross the line together. And, a technicality, I think, caused the car that was actually in third place to actually win it, because the Le Mans, the winner is determined by the furthest distance driven in a certain amount of time. They added Road Atlanta just recently for GT7. I will eventually get around to checking that out, because actually Road Atlanta, even though I haven't been on that track that much, it is a track that I like. And I think Road Atlanta was one of the reasons why I paid for that year's membership for iRacing. So with this car, Ford won Le Mans a couple of years. I think they won it in 66, 67 or whatever. And then I think they raced a couple of more years after that, and they were done. And they were coming up, and I think that's what that number 67 is for right there, to commemorate. They were coming up, I think, in 2007. Might have been 2017. Yeah, I think it was 2017. They were coming up on the 50th anniversary of winning Le Mans back in 1967. So to commemorate that, it was suggested, why don't we go back and win it? And so in 2017, they did win it again. Keep your oil up. It can affect your overall performance. Oh, yeah, absolutely. As you can see with the mileage, I haven't put many miles on this car. What I guess other than the Porsche, my other cars, I'm trying not to drive them that much because I want them to be at optimal performance when the VR finally hits. And not only that, as much as I love this car, it doesn't handle as good as the Porsche. And then this particular car right here, so they won it in 2017. They ran a couple of more years, and that's it. They're gone. I don't know if Ford is planning on coming back or not. But one thing about this particular car, I think in order to enter Le Mans, you must make a production model of this car, and it must be delivered to a customer by the time the race starts. I think Ford pulled a couple of strings because the customer that they were supposed to deliver the car to wasn't quite ready yet, but they were still allowed to enter the race. I never had to maintenance the engines or other things. I usually only clean them and keep them oiled up. So, and again, this car is more or less like a showpiece to me. And that's another reason why I haven't put that many miles on it. This car is more or less a showpiece to me. It's history. And this is another car that I'm looking forward to driving once this game gets VR support. Currently, at the moment, if you want to drive this particular car in VR, there's only two ways to do it. One is through Project Cars 2. Actually, 3 or 4. Take that back. There's 4 ways to drive this car in VR. One is iRacing. I think the other one is R Factor 2. The third one is Project Cars 2. And the fourth one is through a set of Corsa through the mods. So I did get this car on a set of Corsa through the mods. And it kind of sounds like a wind-up toy, but I'm okay with that. Let's go see what we got for daily races. Tell me the circuits are overloaded. Oh, I'm not looking for this. I'm looking for the daily races. Been so long since I've done this. More than likely, whatever race is for Group 3 or GT3, that's the race that I'll more likely enter. So, well, this oval, what's the specified car for that? It's a production car. And with the BOP, chances are the cars are going to be equal. Select from garage. Racing mediums and racing soft. Snake Doctor, how you doing? So it looks like I might have to buy some tires. Yep, I need to buy some racing softs. I still don't like that you have to buy whatever you need to enter a race, because it wasn't like that on GT Sport. But I do like that I don't have to leave this. I don't have to leave in order to enter whatever I need. All right, folks, it has been a while. Do not expect much from me. I'm probably going to have to switch. I'm probably going to have to switch to the bonnet, because as much as I'd like to, I'll go to this angle when the VR hits, but I'm probably going to have to use this bonnet can, to be honest. I expect a lot from you, no pressure. Okay. Ooh! Gotta check my brake markers. First time I played this track was back in the arcade, the 80s, in a racing game called Pole Position. Yeah, I remember that game. I had it for the Atari 5200. Remember, I'm 55 years old. $46, all right. Yeah, no spring chicken, huh? Glad to see older folks gaming gives you inspiration. How cool. Oh. Yikes. One thing I see about this car is that if you take a hard corner, once you get around that corner, if you don't feather that pedal, the back end will rotate all the way around. The ghost car went to the shadow rim. There it goes again. So I gotta figure out whether to keep it in the second gear or trail brake it. Alrighty, folks. Where did I qualify? Probably dead last. Oh yeah, well look at that. The fastest lap is 158.3. you still have to trail brake it around these corners. God damn it! This game makes you pay for going on those rumble strips. Oh shit! Missed the brake marker again. Oh my god. Oh God. I see that's still the same. You have to trail brake it through the entire corner. And if you take your foot off the pedal before you get all the way around the corner, it'll spin you around even if you're doing only 2 miles an hour. So one of the things that I used to complain about was still there. See people starting to come in. I guess it's time for me to do the same. Might have to adjust traction control. It was like that from day one. Let's see what happens when I go to these softs. Or did they put mediums on? Okay, I'm back to the softs. Oh, shit. I tried to spin around again. Oh, Christ. Even on soft tires, you gonna spin me around too? I did not like having to be Ginger going around that corner. Where are the other cars? They're ahead of me because I'm doing like shit. Oh my Christ. And I'm stuck in a sand trap. Hurry up, get off this shit so we don't get DQ'd. Damn it! I caught the rumble strip again and felt that back end step loose. Yeah, this race is over. And I got other cars coming up on me that are about to lap me. Oh my Christ. I'm dead last. God damn it! So this game is telling you on the sharp corners, you have to approach it a certain way. And if you don't do it exactly in that manner, the car's going to spin out. Because, you know, again, this was happening to me when the game first launched, and that was something I was not happy about. So that's something I do not like. This game is telling me at that particular corner, you must trail brake it through the entire apex, not a quarter of it, not half of it, not 3/4 of it, through the entire apex. And that puts you in a position where you cannot, in my opinion, you can't get a good exit. Because if you take your foot off the pedal, if you take your foot off that brake before you get through 100% of that apex, the car's going to rotate. Which I think is bullshit because you in the case of like ACC, if you go through a corner slow, then you just go through the corner slow. The game's not penalizing you in rotating the car around because you didn't go through the corner in a certain way. So this is back to the shit that I was complaining about when the game first launched. That was my biggest complaint. And I see that's still there. Try no traction control and turn on like, you know what, Tantrum, it seemed like we've done this before. When I was complaining about this a while back, it seemed like you were telling me to try those settings, and I don't really remember whether it works or not, but so let me leave this in, go into my car settings. So I did not like that one single bit. That was the thing that was killing me. My best lap was a 2:08. I think once I got used to the track, I mean, there was other corners that I had to trail brake on. I was fine with that because in ACC, like that slalom in ACC, I would have to trail brake it through there too. I'm fine with that. It was that sharp hairpin curve. That's where the reactions are vastly different between this game and ACC. And traction control is supposed to prevent a car from spinning around, not cause it. So if turning the traction control off is what's going to stop this car from over rotating, then that seems weird. I'm going to do it again because I'm basically like not happy with that. So I'm just telling you how mine is. So, no, I'm not saying that your setup doesn't work. What I'm saying is that if the game is telling you that you have to turn off traction control to keep it from spinning around, that's weird. When you would think the traction control is designed to keep a car from spinning out. ABS traction control is set to 3. You're saying turn traction control off. And the ASM. Okay, there's AMS. And turn on AMS. Okay. So it looks like I had the total opposite. Let's see what we got. Because I definitely got nothing to lose. You said it might help. Well, it couldn't hurt. It definitely can't hurt. It cut off before we got to that corner. So I guess we'll have to find out in actual combat if this works. So I'm starting out with the mediums. And I think I'll do robbed. I think I'll do six laps with the mediums and then go to the softs for the remainder of the race. And I guess one last thing to consider is that being that I don't play this game that much, that I haven't played in a while and I didn't play it that much, I didn't play around with the setups that much either. Be right back? Okay. Dude dipped underneath me and hit me. Where's the penalty? Moment of truth. Yeah, I tried to do it again. The rest of the track, I'm fine. Shit. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh no! God damn it! Counter assist? All right. This game also makes you pay for riding those rumble strips. If you ride those rumble strips, that back end will kick out from underneath you. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this moment to experiment. Yeah, that counter assist steering, that counter steering made the difference. At least that time it did. I didn't feel the car try to kick out from under me. I set counter steering the weak. So let's see what happens on the next lap. I mean, this race is over. So all I can do is just get a couple of laps in for the next race. Two might be enough due to my high-end wheel. I gotta remember not to play with those rumble strips. That one was kind of on me. I'll check that comment in a second. Totally on me. Tried to punch it out of there, and traction control is turned off, so that's all on me. Yeah, try to spin around again. Just a spin happy car, jeez. I'm gonna figure it out. I mean, once I do, then I'll start turning in a lot better lap times. God damn it. All right, we might as well turn the counter steering all the way up. So, I am so used to ACC, where like right here, you can ride these rumble strips on ACC, but this game, you ride those rumble strips on a curve and the car kicks out. On ACC, the one area where you'll pay the price is if you go into the grass. I see him. Touch the grass again. Okay, so that time the counter steering will work, but man, did the car feel like it was. It felt like it was trying to go wide. But I'll take that than an oversteer every day of the week. I'm trying to let the faster cars go by. What? Oh. They're giving me a penalty for the way I came in. All right. Turn off AS. Okay. If we spin out again before this race is over, I'll go into the settings and do it. FR, Merry Christmas. Go in, turn the AMS off, and try to make something happen for the next race. Look like they still don't pay you shit for races. Well, 23 grand for coming in last place. I guess how much can I expect? All right. Says I will try in the next few days the PS5 ACC. It's good. PS5 version ACC is good. We'll put the softs on for, nah, we don't want to do that. All right, let's see what we got. qualified 12th. Oh my God. See if we can at least get into the 203s. I do believe, regardless of of the shit that I've been griping about, I do believe that once I figure it all out, I can hit the 203s. And it is warm in here. Good God. I'm going to need a drink after this race. So we'll do 6 lap on mediums and do the last 4 on the softs. Oh shit! Ah! That is a costly penalty. Damn! Here comes the penalty zone. Yeah, carnage. Yeah, that penalty cost me 2 positions. 3. Vitality. Gotta catch him. So they spin out too? All right. Well, I did get through that one without spinning out. Oh shit, he unghosted right in front of me. Come on. What the hell is this? Come on, that's a bullshit penalty. He unghosted right in front of me. And then, oh my God. That is a bullshit penalty. You got to be careful in this game, too, because these dirty dudes will brake check you on this game. Penalties, penalties, penalties. I let off the brakes and tried to coast around the corner, and the car wanted to spin around. I just chalked that up as some bullshit physics to this game. Because that last one, I didn't spin out, and that's because I kept my foot on the brake until I got all the way around the corner. So it's just some bullshit physics in this game. I do. I think it's the overall physics. I'm going to hit that corner again, and I'm going to take my foot off the brake halfway through it. I mean, the counter steering helped but a little, and that's the only corner where I'm having trouble at. You would think that if you're coasting around a corner at what, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, how does the car spin out when it's coasting? Right there. And I looked at the speedometer. I was doing 38 miles an hour when the car started to over-rotate. How does that happen? Especially when you're not giving the car any throttle. To me, it's like I said, that was the thing that that I was complaining about from the word go. Because if you remember the day that this game launched, you know how everybody was like doing those checkpoints to the music, and every time I came up on a sharp corner, if I released the brake before I got all the way around that corner, it would spin around. And to me, this is just, it was just bullshit. It's just bullshit physics. That stuff doesn't happen in any other, in the other sim racing games. Mr. Boris, how you doing? I wish I could say that I was having a good race, but I'm not. Now that one right there, I kept my foot on the brake and I opened the wheel before it had a chance to oversteer. But I felt rumble in the wheel as if the car was wanting to become unstable. Jeez, and we still got 5 laps to go of this nightmare? Oh, and that penalty I got hit with was some bullshit last time. He had a car on ghost in front of me and I hit it and get hit with a penalty. Sounds like LFM? Well, with LFM, you're dealing with idiots. You're not dealing with bad physics. So that one, the good part was I was able to avoid the oversteer. The bad part was I had to get on the gas before I had the car pointed where I wanted. So I can't keep crying about it. If I'm going to play this game, I just got to learn it. I need a drink after this race. I don't think I had a drink in about 12 years. We'll be joining you soon on the Sony side. So you're going to do it? The question is, are you going to get a PS5 or a PS4? Oh, shit. I still recommend getting a PS5. Not only do I recommend getting a PS5, I recommend getting the one with the disc instead of the digital. I'll explain after this race. Wait a minute, I got hit with a penalty. Oh, you got a PS5 lined up? Okay, cool. Now, if you end up getting a digital PS5, you know, that's fine, but I think it would save you money in the long haul to get the one with the disc drive. And I say that because the major outlets, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, they all take turns putting console games on sale. Not to mention, you can still get a physical copy from eBay. You can still get physical copies secondhand from like GameStop or eBay. Now, you could go the G2A or the CD Keys route for digital codes, but the Sony codes are really hard to get. You were going to go digital, but you're going to go disc? Look at this. I got hit with a 6-second penalty. I don't know why. What I hate is if I buy a PS5 and they come out with a Pro. I'm not buying a Pro. Trying to keep up with him, trying to get a good exit. I probably could have hit 205, 204 and a half. I can still catch him though. Especially if he gonna get loose like that. Had him in my sights. He gave it to me anyway. Be right back. All right. Check the comment in a second. 1 second. Hey, I hit 203. Oh, look at that. He ghosted right in front of me. Ah! Ah! Okay, let me come back, check the comments. So, ACC, my fastest lap on this track is 2 minutes flat. I think I could have got, I don't know, if I can stop spinning out at that one hairpin corner, I think I can get into the 202s. Boris, I only wanted for GT7, getting ACC with it for free, so that should be fun comparing with Xbox and PC versions. You said getting it for free? Okay. If you get a free version of ACC for PS5, jeez, can't argue with that. And you're looking to get your PS5 early January? Tantrum says, what I hate is if I buy a PS5 and then they come out with a Pro, I won't be buying a PS5 until at least a year away. So, this is the way I'm understanding it. From what I had kind of like, people were telling me bits and pieces and stuff. The PS4 was supposed to be a 4K console, and it wasn't ready yet. So we got what we got with the PS4. And then with the PS4 Pro, I'm understanding that it was supposed to give us that dive into 4K, And not only that, I guess it was supposed to be um, also created for PlayStation VR because I guess the PS4 Pro versions of VR games, if they put a Pro patch on there, they look better, but they're supposed to. But I haven't really seen a game pre-patch and say this looks like dog shit, and then seen it post-patch and say this looks great. Whatever it was before the patch is what I saw after the patch. So, but in any case, coming to the PS5, I'm not buying the PS5 Pro. I don't use the PS5 enough to justify it. I mean, because as it stands right now, I'm not getting my money's worth out of the PS5. And that was to be expected because my biggest reason for buying this PS5 was PSVR 2 and to play this game in VR. So until that happens, I won't get my money's worth out of this PS5. But I'm still trying to get some kind of use out of it. So I will, because of that, now I'm doing, ACC live, stream that live on PS5 because when I do it like that, I'm not under any kind of pressure to set record laps and stuff like that like I would on PC. And when PSVR 2 comes to this game, I'm going to try to win races, but I'm not going to be out to try to set records. Let's see what we're looking at here. I really want to go back to Suzuka. I don't think I have the necessary car. So, the entry deadlines. We'll go back to Suzuka. Can't see a huge graphics upgrade going from PS5 to PS. What I think is going to happen with the PS5 Pro is I think you might get more games with maybe better ray tracing. Because I don't think the frame rate thing, the PS5 is supposed to be able to do 60 frames per second, in some cases 120. So if a game runs 60 frames per second on the PS5, it's going to run 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro. I don't think Sony would allow a game to run 60 frames per second on the PS5 and then 120 on the PS5 Pro because they didn't do it with the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. All games had the same frame rate. It's just that some of the PS4 Pro games had better visuals. I hope PS5 Pro will give us better performance. Most games at 120 frames per second must run both resolutions and graphics on PS5. I don't think you're going to get... That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to keep parity between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. So if a game runs 60 frames per second on the PS5, I truly believe that it's going to run 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro. What I think you're going to get is probably better ray tracing. Because I would imagine that a PS5 Pro will probably have better overhead to handle ray tracing. See, people talk all this ray tracing stuff. They do not know how much that taxes, hardware. Cyberpunk being the prime example. 4K, most people with a PS5 will run it on a TV that would only run 60 frames per second. Anyway, yeah, agreed. Going back to Cyberpunk being the example, I've got a 4090, and I've seen benchmark videos that without DLSS on 4K Ultra with ray tracing turned all the way up to like Ultra or whatever the case may be, you're going to get about 47 frames per second on a 4090. So these people yapping on the PS5 whenever they find out that a PS5 game only does 30 frames per second, if it's got ray tracing, that's probably why. They don't understand that shit. So I've run benchmarks on Cyberpunk with those same settings, 4K Ultra, with ray tracing turned all the way up, and yeah, I've gotten frame rates on average into the low and mid 40s. And once I turned DLSS on, I set it to auto. When I did that, I think it jumped all the way up to like 90 frames per second, and then when I turned DLSS up to ultra performance or something, I think I ended up getting like 110 frames per second. But I never tried the DLSS 3. I haven't tried that yet on any games. But you know, I'm going off the tracks. I'm just making a point that that whatever the frame rate is on the PS5, it's going to do the same on the PS5 Pro. You just probably get better ray tracing, and I think that's going to be the difference. Maybe better shadows, maybe a little bit better draw distance, but the frame's going to be the same. So, see here. Thing is, AMD's ray tracing performance is behind NVIDIA. I doubt PS5 can even think to go toe-to-toe with NVIDIA-based PC. Yeah, agreed. Oh, shoot. Do I got time to make this next race? I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed the deadline, so I won't be able to get in this one. So I guess I'll give this oval a try. I'll rent one. We'll go with the white, the Arctic white, the cocaine white. Oh my God, I got oscillation to the point where my entire rig is shaking. This race is going to be a lot of slipstreaming. Now see, to reduce the oscillation, it's looking like that once I come out of the corners, I have to let it drift to the outside. Oh shit! Oh shit! Gaming Night, what's up? You know, actually, if they did this with like Group 2 cars, the GTE cars, I actually wouldn't mind like a 2 or 3 hour race or like a 500-mile race. I wouldn't mind doing that. So busy watching it. Shit. Whew. Phew. Why is it doing that? Just, it's gonna go. Lincoln, have a great rest of your day. See you soon. And I will be looking for your next stream. Boris, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to you getting that PS5 and seeing what you think of this game. All right, let's go. I qualified 12th, but there's going to be a lot of slipstreaming going on in this race. I also expect a lot of dirty driving in this game too, because if somebody gets slipstream and you try to go around them, I think they're going to try to take you out. Because telling it like it is, console racers are dirtier than PC racers. Dirty Driving Simulator, yeah. I would have to say the worst game that I've ever played in terms of how dirty people are would have to be Forza Motorsport 7. I've never played a game so dirty in my life. Actually, I try to race clean. So do I. I try to race clean too. But on console, you're going to run into that one person that, let's say he's in 15th place and he doesn't want to fall to 16th place. He'll take you out to make sure you don't get past him. I think it's going to be carnage. I really do. You said you think you can report people? I don't know. I don't play this game enough to know, but if you can, I mean, I got to catch up to him before I fall out of that slipstream. So if they fight with each other instead of working together, I can catch them. Another car just went off the track. I just hope he doesn't unghost in front of me. Whoa! Yeah, I've been playing since GT1. I skipped a couple of them, though. Never played GT6? Yeah, the rest of the pack is too far ahead for me to catch them. Because they probably got a train going up there. But I'm hoping that if these two cars in front of me, I'm hoping if they fight each other, I can catch them. But if they work together and bump draft each other, then no, I won't catch them. Yeah, I've got those two games too, Drive Club and Drive Club VR. Drive Club VR is what started me down this sim racing journey in VR. And I gotta tell you, it actually scared the shit out of me. Because it was the first time that I was actually inside a car doing 200 miles an hour. The shit seemed so real, it was scary. How'd that dude catch me? Now, I do hear that there is some glitches on this game. Now, one of the glitches that I heard about recently is the wall riding. It's something about riding the wall that I guess makes your car go like 30 miles an hour faster. Which I would never do that because that's just not my style. If I'm not fast enough to do it off of my own skill, I don't want it. You say, yeah, they're always fixing the glitches. I'm getting the impression that every time they add an update, you have to head out, gotta make dinner. All right, thanks for popping in, Tantrum. I'm gonna do Suzuka one more time, and then I think I'll go ahead and close shop, at least for actually riding the walls. Doesn't help. Well, I seen somebody post a video of Key riding the wall. But in any case, there's been several glitches, yeah, that they've had to fix. The farming, the $6,700. Oh my God. That race, as far as the credits goes, it wouldn't even be worth doing it again. Said you'll hop on GT7 and try out this wall glitch. Yeah, I mean, let me know how it turns out. I don't know why. I just don't really feel like qualifying now. I'm starting to wind down and get tired. So I think I'm just going to sit out the qualifying session and just have to work my way up. Upgrade my Porsche? How? What is my Porsche right now? To upgrade it to a 660? Oh shit! It's already a 690 something. All right, I'm going to grab a quick drink. We got 6 minutes. I'll be right back. All right. All right. A little under 5 minutes. Now that I stop and think about it, if I want to, that 205 that I turned in, I can let that stand and just let it fall where it may as far as qualifying goes. Um, Excuse me. At this stage, I don't feel like jumping in and qualifying because I would be throwing away the first lap just to get acclimated with the track again. And then the game shuts you off once the clock strikes zero. Unlike ACC, if you're still in the process of setting a qualifying lap when the clock strikes zero, it'll let you finish the lap before it says, okay, session is over. Whereas this one, if you're in the middle of a lap, too bad, so sad. What time is it? It is, holy smokes, it's only 4 o'clock. It seemed like it's later than that. All right, less than 2 minutes. So again, this will probably be the last race of the stream. See if we can get a top 5. Two things I have to avoid: that spin out at the hairpin turn, and I don't know how I'm getting these penalties going into the pits, but we got to avoid that too. I think they got these matchmaking clocks set to real world clocks right down to the second. '11th. 11th. So if I would have got in there and I would have hit 202 the way I think I can, I probably would have qualified 10th. So nah, wasn't worth it. It's gonna be tough to get a top 10, a top 5 finish in this race because I'm seeing these guys are fast. Oh, I see where I'm supposed to go in at. Now I see why I was getting hit with these pit entry penalties. In this game, you go in differently than you would on ACC. Damn, focus! Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm drained. What the fuck? Yeah, I think it's time to hang it up. I'm drained and I'm just not focused. Yeah, they're way too far ahead for me to catch them. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Not focused, trying too hard. I'm drained. I'm tired. Yeah, we'll concede this one. Yeah, my ratings are already dog shit anyway. It said never race tired. Yeah, I'm drained. Ultimately, what would have happened that race is if I would have been able to get dialed in, then I would have had to try to use that as a jump off for the next race. So I think I just go ahead and shut it down. I've already did some ACC today. I think I was on here for a couple hours. I think I'm going to grab a bite to eat, take a short nap, and if I wake up, when I wake up, I don't know if I'll stream something again. I'd like to, but I don't know what. Just play it by ear. But if I don't, excuse me. But if I don't, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and wish you all a Merry Christmas. And that is going to do it for me. I want to thank you all for watching. Wish I could have sorted out the problems as far as the physics and stuff like that. Wish I could have sorted that out sooner, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll be back on there sooner or later. But until then, once again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And we will see you all on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. See you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas.